Okay, so now recording, World Regional Geography, 1010, Section 4, Fall 2020, Dr. David A. Padgett. These are instructions for the Women in Water assignment. And so the assignment is here, the writing assignment is here. And so you will, this is the document that you will complete and then upload. And then there are other parts of the assignment to go along with it. Okay, so a little back story, a little supporting information about water. As you all know, we cannot survive without water. Um, in our country, we're very fortunate, blessed, whatever you want to call it. We have 99% of our population has access to clean drinking water, which is necessary for survival. In parts of the world where people do not have access to drinking water, uh, millions of children, babies, and adults die simply because they don't have access to something that we take for granted. Most of the time, we don't even think about water or getting access to water. It's right there. Turn on the tap, there it is. Maybe you only drink bottled water. Whatever the case may be, we have water readily available to us. Now, in the rare instance where we have a situation such as the situation in Flint, Michigan, then that's really an unusual case for our country. Can anyone who's been watching the news tell me what's happening? What's been happening in Flint for the past few years with regard to water? Flint, Michigan.
Is it being polluted?
Yes. Okay. I mean, is it really, really a bad situation? What'd you hear about Flint, Michigan and water? Anybody? Why don't you Google it and then just let the rest of us know? Flint, Michigan, water contamination, or Flint, Michigan. Anybody? Please share with
A
us.
water crisis?
Okay, there's a crisis. Can you have more information about that, the crisis in Flint, Michigan, that you could share with the class?
Isn't it like there's like, I don't know, is it lead in the water or is it something in the water so that they can't drink it or bathe in it or anything like that?
Yes, lead. The water in Flint, Michigan has been contaminated with lead. Lead is very toxic, especially to children. African American children are significantly more likely to have elevated levels of lead in their blood for a variety of reasons. Why? And it's very problematic. Lead poisoning, especially pediatric lead poisoning, causes permanent damage, permanent brain damage, permanent learning disabilities. But so the case in Flint, Michigan is horrible. I think there's even a movie about it out now that I saw. But that case is very rare in our country, extremely rare. That's why it's such a newsworthy event. That's why everybody knows about it. You just Google Flint, Michigan, water, all kinds of stuff comes up, right? In the rest of the world, what's happening in Flint is kind of normal. Not the lead poisoning, but the fact that people don't have easy access to water. In some parts of the world, people have to walk for miles just to get what you get by turning the tap, right? Water. So in this exercise, you will look at the cross section between women and water. So we're looking at a gender equity issue as it relates to physical geography. So why women in water? Well, all over the world, in many cultures, indigenous cultures, African cultures, it's the woman's job or role to take care of water, or to obtain water, or to get water for the family. And I'm sure you've seen women in Africa walking for miles and miles with jugs of water on their head. I'm sure you've seen those images. So when we start to talk about water scarcity, that has a direct impact upon gender equity issues in other parts of the world. And so since we're focusing upon Trinidad, this project will focus upon um, issues in Trinidad, West Indies. And so here's how you will proceed. First, you will obtain the 2 articles by Jill Schneiderman, Common Interests of Feminism, Earth Science, and Water Resources, and then also Water, Women, and Community in Trinidad, West Indies. So that's step 1. Step 2 is you will download this Google Earth file. And so let's see, where is my Google Earth? So I've already downloaded it. Don't open it up. Just download it and store it on your hard drive. So there's the file there. Just store it on your hard drive. And then step 3 is to go to Google Earth. And I'm sure you've all done this. Go here, go to here, and then go to this little here, and then scroll down, get to Google Earth, open up the Google Earth program. It'll take a couple seconds to get cranked up here. Just wait it out, wait it out, wait it out. Just a few minutes. Okay, so the next step, now we're in Google Earth, then we just follow the directions, click on projects, go here, open up the drop down box, hit projects, and then we want to go next to open. Then open KLML file from computer. Click there. Here's the file. Open. And now we've pulled that file right into Google Earth. Okay. And so notice, well, if we want to zoom all the way out, we'll see where Trinidad is relative to North America, United States. So here's North America. There's Florida, United States. There's Cuba, Hispaniola, Puerto Rico. Then we have the Lesser Antilles Islands there, and all the way just off of the coast of South America, we have Trinidad nation. So next you will go down to step 11 and step 11, and you will use the articles as a backdrop to answer the 4 questions at question 11 or number 11. So first it says, describe in detail at least 3 water scarcity or quality issues faced by women and inhabitants of Trinidad. Paste 3 screen captures to support your answer here. Each screen capture must include a descriptive caption and figure numbers. So you go here, go back to the map, click on an issue. Let's see what's happening here. Trinidad. So this is just a general description of what is happening in Trinidad with regard to water resources, blah, blah, blah. So do a screen capture. If you do not know how to do a screen capture, please ask me, but what you'll do is get what you want to capture on the screen, hit print screen on your keyboard, come back to the document, hit paste, boom, and there it is. The what was on the screen is pasted into your document. Then, of course, all of the you must have a figure number. So here's figure 1, Trinidad, and then maybe a descriptive title like water scarcity in Trinidad and environs. And then that's it. So there's your first map, figure 1. Then go back, find another pertinent issue, paste it there until you get 3 screen captures in your document with figure numbers. So you'll have figure 1, figure 2, figure 3. And then you'll write your essay in answering the question or describe in detail at least 3 water scarcity, water quality issues faced by women and inhabitants of Trinidad. And so that's where you write your essay, 200 or more words here. Pretty straightforward. Also, be sure you must use the 2 articles by Jill Schneiderman as a reference source. Okay, so you should make reference not only to your maps, but also to the articles written by Jill Schneiderman. So that it will give you the content for the first question. For the second question, you'll describe several specific examples of how people in Trinidad are negatively impacted by water scarcity and the ways they were negatively impacted. So now you're looking for specific cases. Okay, same thing, 2 screen captures, write your essay there. The third part of the question is to describe instances of how and where some water scarcity or water quality issues were remedied. Were there instances where people actually did something? What are people doing to ensure that they are able to get water, even though water might be scarce in Trinidad? And so that's what you're looking for there, are solutions. Again, when you write these essays, don't write them to me. Write them to a general audience who's never been to Trinidad, doesn't know anything about this class, doesn't know who Jill Schneiderman is, doesn't know what water scarcity is, so that you can include a lot of detail to someone who knows nothing. Don't write this to me, okay? That'll make it much more difficult. Finally, what hydrologic cycle principles do you think are relevant to solving these types of problems? First, you'll have to do some research on what is the hydrologic cycle. You might look in the textbook, you might look somewhere else, but wherever you look, you must cite all of your sources. Okay, so how is the hydrologic cycle related to solving these types of problems, specifically water scarcity? Then question 12 is somewhat more expository. This is pretty much asking you to think, or your thoughts. What did you find most interesting about this assignment? What did you find most challenging? What did you learn from the assignment? And then on a scale of 1 to 10, rank the level of your understanding of the importance of the hydrologic cycle to remedying environmental and gender equity issues. In other words, how important is it that we understand the physical processes associated with water on the earth to fixing environmental or gender equity inequity issues? So some key terms you might Google are obviously climate justice, environmental justice, and obviously gender inequality as it relates to the environment. The third part of that question is kind of deep. If you need some guidance, please ask. So that pretty much covers what you need to do for this assignment. Let's see who we have here now. So this assignment is for, I guess, Lopez and let's see. Well, Lopez. Let's see what's Hill. Hill is no wait, no, not Hill, not Hill, not Hill. Sorry, Hill. Williams, definitely Kalen Williams. And I guess that's all I can see. Everyone else who's here, I think, is an education major.
And Diamond Parish.
Oh, Parrish, you are a. Oh, you're ag science. Yes, Diamond Parrish. Absolutely. This is of utmost interest to you, I hope. So, are there any questions from any of you all who are have the task of completing this assignment, Women in Water?
No,